As yet another accomplished repair is completed, Susie is just getting started on her assignment. She's managed to secure the crumbling handle of the antique fire bucket with a strengthening leather insert.
Now I've got the handle glued together, the next fun job's going to be stitching it. I've decided I'm going to use a drill. Normally I would use an awl to sew pieces of leather together. Pushing an awl through is going to create stress on the leather, and I really honestly don't feel that this leather can take that. Let's see how it fares with needle and thread. This actually has gone so much better than I was expecting it. I've got some flakes of leather here, but not nearly as much as I thought would happen. So I'm very, very encouraged by this. My next port of call is the rim on this bucket and this significant piece that's come away. What I'm trying not to do is detract from what's going on the inside here. We've got this lovely old pitch, so I don't want to go ahead and cover the whole thing. However, I do need to reinforce the inside of the bucket.
A strip of pigskin leather will provide internal support.
This really needs to be solid in its connection. Even though I've got the backing piece on, I want to make sure that it's absolutely not going to move. Considering how big of a chunk that was that came off, I'm really pleased with how well that's gone together. Now I just make a start on sewing that. And the more I get in there, the more secure the bucket's going to become. I just have to stitch away. I've got the rim of the bucket very stable, very secure, but what I do want to do is move on to tackling the bucket's saggy bottom. This is a very, very tricky part of the process because the crease where the leather has folded is so fragile. Any pull on it, I could literally just rip it all off.
To keep the bottom from collapsing again, Susie makes a strengthening insert to fit inside the base.
Marked where it needs to go, so it should fit in quite easily. So now I'm going to start working on each of the individual petals and glue them to the wall. I think I've got about 18 petals to glue into place. The critical area here now, we have found out that there actually should be an S here, so it should spell Shire. I've actually been able to lift that crease up enough to possibly get that S painted back in that position, which I really wasn't sure that I'd be able to do because the fold there was so extreme. Really pleased, really, really pleased and relieved. Got the worst of it over and done with, and so far it's looking great.